Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another video in my ongoing series, Slop or Give It a Shot. And if this is your first time watching one of these, the premise is I play 1 hour of a randomly selected game, and I deem it either a slop or give it a shot. And if it's a slop game, skip it, don't play it, it's a waste of your time. And if it's a give it a shot game, obviously give it a shot because it's fun and enjoyable and it's a hidden gem on the Game Pass subscription service. And without further ado, let's get right into this and play our very next game. This game was developed by Obsidian Entertainment, and they were actually bought out by Microsoft, as everybody knows, but back in 2018. South Park Stick of Truth released in 2014. But if you think about it, like 2014 doesn't seem that long ago, but that was 12 years ago. That's a long time ago, actually. So I feel really old just by thinking about that and figuring out that this game came out 12 years ago. Before even starting the game, you were given the prompt to click A, and I just sat there for a bit and listened to the music, and the music just gives you this vibe that we're going to be going on this epic adventure, and it just made me pumped to play this game. Like, this music's good for just a random South Park game, I thought. So we'll see if this music is telling the truth, and we're actually going to be going on an epic adventure. So it starts off with a cinematic cutscene of a lot of references, like Lord of the Rings. And then there's this other reference, I think it's a reference, but this reminds me of He-Man. I never watched He-Man growing up, but like it just gives me He-Man vibes. So I'm not sure if they're referencing that or not. And then speaking of never watching, I actually never watched South Park before. So I don't know anything about South Park. I don't know the characters. I don't know the plot, I don't know the story, but I do know one, and that is the kid with the orange hoodie, Kenny, I think his name is. All I know is that Kenny dies a lot. So right after the cutscene, it puts you right into the character customization. And if you watch my previous episode of Mortals Phoenix Rising, you'll know that I love me some character customization. So my character I created, we move into the new town, South Park, my dad, my mom, and me. And it kind of hints or says the fact that the reason we moved is because of me, and it's being all cryptic and stuff. So I'm not too sure what the situation with that is. So I'm the reason we had to move, or the reason we did move, but it's a whole mystery. But maybe we'll figure out more in the game when you progress through it. But obviously I only have an hour, so I did not get that far. But like, what did I do in the last town we lived in? So right afterwards, your parents tell you to go outside and make friends, because obviously we're the new kid in town, they want us to make friends, blah, blah, blah. But me being me, I didn't go do that. I stayed in the house and I wandered around to explore. And so you're actually able to like interact with a lot of things in the world, and I eventually made it to the bathroom. And when you're in the bathroom, you're able to interact with the toilet. And then, so I did. You're given that prompt. And then afterwards, you get off the toilet. And me thinking that there's another prompt on the toilet, I thought that you were going to be able to interact with it to flush the toilet. I was sorely wrong. You actually stick your hand in there and you grab your shit. So now I have some dookie. And I was really confused. And so it said it was a consumable item, and my heart sank when I read that. I was like, oh God. But looking more into it, it's a consumable item as a throwing weapon consumable item. So it's not a consumable, it's a consumable. Make sure we clarify those two differences. I don't know what kind of game it's gonna be when you get a chocolate fudge in your pocket that you can throw at people, but we might see. And we've been on this toilet in Dookie for a while, so let's move past this. So I finally made it outside, and I encounter these two kids LARPing, which is live action role playing, and one of them, I would say they're fighting, but it doesn't really seem like a fight because, you know, a fight kind of implies that two people are, you know, at it. But the elf kid is pummeling the other kid, like he stands no chance. And I stood there for a bit just watching it, and so I finally decided to help. And in doing so, I made a friend. And he invited me to their place for like clubhouse tent camp. And so I followed him. So I make it to their camp, and I'm introduced to a bunch of new characters and the leader, the wizard. And he asked me what my name is, and I never really thought that. I never chose my name in the beginning, and so it's choosing now. So I put my name in, and I'm having a whole thought process like, oh, this is cool. Maybe they'll say your name like in Forza Horizon, because I've been playing that a lot, and they actually say your name.
You entered douchebag, is that correct?
I was wrong. Yet again, that's a reoccurring situation in this game, I've noticed. But
very well, douchebag.
That's not what I put in.
You will now choose a class: fighter, mage,
but that's
thief,
what we're going
or
with.
Jew.
After that whole situation of naming my character, they show me the most powerful weapon and prized treasure in the land, the Stick of Truth. It's just a stick. As we're standing here looking at the Stick of Truth, an alarm goes off of one of the kids screaming that they're under attack. And so we have to go outside and technically start the tutorial. But once again, me being me, I didn't want to go outside right away. I wanted to interact with the stick again to see if I could take it, touch it, anything. No, you can't, unfortunately. So I wasted some time just trying to interact with the stick and use it, but you can't, unfortunately. So I went outside to start the tutorial, and the combat actually is very interesting. It's when you're controlling just one character, it's very straightforward, understandable, and fun. But when you start adding other characters in there, it got a little confusing. I don't know if I was doing something wrong or something, but like when you are doing an attack, it gives these prompts and it says you do it too quick or too fast or you missed it. But when another character does it, you choose all these things for them, and then it doesn't have the prompts, and it keeps saying that you missed or failed or something, and it's really confusing. So I guarantee I'm probably doing something wrong, but with multiple people in your party, it gets confusing, but with just you, it's understandable. But after all that combat in the tutorial section,
it's gone. What? The Stick of Truth.
And that's as far as I got it in the story. Because after this, you're given free reign to wander around and explore the whole town of South Park. And I got distracted and just kind of wandered around interacting with a bunch of people. So I never progressed through the story. So that's as far as I got. And that just leaves, what do I think about this game? Is it a slop or is it a give it a shot? With me, never watching South Park, not understanding any of the references or anything, I enjoyed it. It was fun. And I guarantee if you watch South Park and you enjoy the show, then you will love this game probably. But coming from somebody who's never watched the show or anything in that genre of it and just enjoys games, what will I give it? I'm gonna give this one a give it a shot. It was enjoyable, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit, where it made me intrigued with the show, and I might actually take some time to watch the show sometime. So I'd say that's a win on the game's end, because it's made us want to branch out from this genre to a different genre. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, hit that subscribe button as well. And if there's a game that you want to see me play on the Xbox Game Pass subscription and I haven't yet, let me know in the comments down below and I'll play that one rather than doing the Surprise Me feature. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.